8 foods to avoid with an enlarged prostate. Have you ever thought about the possible factors that contribute to prostate enlargement? Up to this day, the cause of the enlarged prostate remains unknown, but factors that contribute to prostate enlargement are said to correlate with hormonal imbalance, aging, and of course, your diet also plays a huge role. Join us today as we unveil 8 foods to avoid with an enlarged prostate. Chances would be 3 out of 8 of your favorite food might be included in our list. Do not fret. Make sure to watch this video from start to finish to know more about prostate enlargement. What is an enlarged prostate? Let's start with what is prostate. You probably all know that the prostate is a gland that has an average size of a walnut. It plays a very important role in the male reproductive system, which has something to do with reproduction. Now, onto enlarged prostate. From the term itself, it is the abnormal enlargement or increase in the size of the prostate. You might hear people call this condition benign prostatic enlargement, BPE, from time to time. Keep in mind that enlarged prostate being benign means it is cancerous, and in most cases, it isn't a threat to your overall health. Enlarged prostate is also common in men aged 50 years old and over, but can also uncommonly affect young men. Benign prostatic enlargement is a condition that affects your urination. Symptoms of enlarged prostate. In terms of enlarged prostate syndromes, not every man can and will experience or notice the symptoms. But as the prostate continues to increase in size, that's the time BPE symptoms grow evident. These are the clear symptoms of having enlarged prostate. Frequent need to pee at night, trouble urinating, weak urine stream, dribbling urine, urinary tract infection, UTI, blood in the urine, narrowing of the urethra, and painful urination. Keep in mind that all these symptoms cannot and don't determine how serious your prostate enlargement is. Often, men with an enlarged prostate can experience most symptoms, and some might have little to no symptoms at all. What are the factors contributing to the enlargement of the prostate? Up to this day, the cause of enlarged prostate remains a mystery to everyone, but there are 4 factors that may increase your risk and contribute to prostate enlargement. 1. Age. The first factor that contributes to having an enlarged prostate is age. Did you know that when a man turned 25 years old, the prostate starts to increase its size slowly, making it a normal part of aging? Although the cause isn't known, it is clear that almost all men who are around and over 50 years old start to have evident BPE symptoms. 2. Diabetes. In some studies, it is said that having diabetes can also make you at risk of having an enlarged prostate. 3. Hormone levels. As you grow older, there will be changes in your hormone levels, like your testosterone, and you will be prone to hormonal imbalance. And the changes in your hormonal levels can also be a factor that contributes to the enlargement of the prostate. 4. Lifestyle. Do you know that obesity can also contribute to having an enlarged prostate? You heard it right. And of course, having an active lifestyle and regular exercise can help you lower the risk. Not only that, but having a complete makeover of your diet for the better will also do you good. 8 foods to avoid if you have an enlarged prostate. Being watchful and having a healthful diet isn't just about eating less of everything. It also means that there will be some of your certain faves to be let go to have healthier prostate. Here are foods you need to avoid. 1. Too much sodium. Salted chips. Bacon? Yeah. Pizza? Yes, please. Would you believe me if I say these foods are a perfect example of high levels of sodium? These are the type of foods you would want to avoid because of too much sodium. Switching from high levels of sodium to a low-sodium diet will be hugely beneficial for people with an enlarged prostate. Why? Because this diet can help lessen the symptoms of enlarged prostate. But how? Low sodium intake can actually reduce water retention that will eventually neutralize the pressure in the bladder, which minimizes the enlarged prostate symptoms. 2. Red meat. Should we skip this one instead? I would love to, but unfortunately we can't. One of the hardest things to let go of is your love for red meat. It's probably the hardest to resist, but is the unhealthiest for your prostate too. Hear me out. The one and only problem with red meat is that it disrupts the arachidonic acid level in your body, resulting in ongoing enlargement of your already enlarged prostate. The good news is, you can start loving fish as it is the best alternative to red meat. Not only do you have a lot of options as to what kind of fish you want, but there are also endless fish dishes to choose from. 3. Caffeine. You know what is next, right? You will not just avoid anything food with caffeine like chocolate bars, but also beverages like tea, chocolate drinks, fizzy drinks, and coffee. I truly understand that there are people that have a tight bond with coffee, and its coffee is life, but we also believe that healthy prostate is lifer. Must I really? You might think. But before I answer, you have to know that caffeine has a diuretic effect. To put it simply, you'll be saying hello to the loo more than you normally do. Aside from this, you already know that it is hard enough to empty your bladder. It will only bring harm than good. So yes, you have to avoid caffeinated stuff. 4. Alcohol. Like caffeine, you would want to avoid having alcoholic drinks too, but this time for many valid reasons. Let me start by saying alcoholic beverages also have a diuretic effect. Need I explain more? Second, alcohol can act as an inflammatory that can worsen the inflammation in your already enlarged prostate. Last, alcohol relaxes the muscles in your urinary tract, which means more loo time. 5. Spicy food. You're probably exhausted by just thinking that you have to resist being tempted by your favorite foods. But let's add spicy food for you to avoid. It is no secret that eating spicy food can make your tummy upset. But do you know that spicy food can also irritate your bladder? Spicy food can irritate not just your bladder, but also your precious prostate. With that said, a bite of anything spicy can make enlarged prostate syndromes raging and full on. Unless you're ready to suffer, I advise you to not give it a try. 6. Acidic food. Are you a fan of anything sour? I advise you to tone down your love for anything acidic food. Having excessively acidic food will irritate your bladder, which might worsen your symptoms. 7. Dairy products. Are you still watching at this point? Do you know what I'm going to say next? Yup, dairy is also bad for your prostate health. Dairy products contain saturated fats that can always trigger and worsen your symptoms. Fret not. No one is taking your dairy away. Nowadays, there are a lot of dairy-free alternatives commercially available even in your local supermarket. Do you want an example? I have an example, of course. You can have soy milk, almond milk, and coconut milk. All these are easy to find. They are just waiting for you to try them. 8. Sweet baked treats. Everyone's weakness is sweets. And being a sweet tooth in nature, anything to do with sweets is scrumptious. Do you agree? The sweeter the treat is, the higher of chance it contains saturated fat, which will do no good for your prostate. You have to know that every sweet baked good, may it be a muffin or cake, always contains saturated fat that acts as a binding ingredient. That fine, sweet-tasting, and buttery finish you taste in a freshly baked treat, that is saturated fat. In a nutshell, staying healthy and in shape will help you prevent further enlargement of your prostate. If you seem to can't avoid foods that aren't good for your enlarged prostate, limiting your intake of these foods is a good place to start. Making a habit of mix-matching different fruits and veggies will also do good for your prostate. Keep in mind that it is also best to seek help from your doctor to know your overall health and get assessed. If you already tried changing your lifestyle and eating a hearty, healthy meal, but to no avail, you have to seek help from professionals. Still here. I hope you had fun while learning new things about prostate enlargement. If you like the 8 foods to avoid with an enlarged prostate video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more informative videos on health and wellness.